And away you go.
Hello, I'm Lawrence, and I'm going to be reading the complete terms and conditions for the Amazon Kindle for Choice Magazine. So let's begin, shall we? Shall I just try that again? That was a bit clumsy.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Should I be looking at the camera when it comes up? I shouldn't be asking all these questions. I just want to get it
Straight
down the barrel.
Yeah.
Okay. Before the project began, I was told everything about the task. I was told that it would involve reading the terms and conditions of the Amazon Kindle. I was told how many words it would be. I was told how many pages it was in printed form. I was cautiously excited about the project. It was, you know, as a freelancer, I do get lots of strange projects coming my way, so I was pleased and a little bit apprehensive to have sort of what seemed like a very strange task.
These conditions apply to any software derived from or based on the IJG code, not just to the unmodified library.
My role for it was, you know, shooting and making sure that the talent was, you know, being able to read as well, but also making sure that he was coherent as well by the end of it. When we decided on the final concept for it, I thought, you know, that one, I didn't think we were actually going to be able to do it. I actually thought, you know, the person that we got in to read the terms and conditions would have just, you know, thrown the dummy and just called it quits after 10 minutes. And, you know, it was interesting to see the enthusiasm when he first started off.
Well, because it's fun, isn't it? You know, you're reading something in front of a camera. It's like a very perverse kind of story time thing. You know, it's sort of exciting to be able to read something that people will see. Hello, I'm Lawrence, and I'm going to be reading the complete terms and conditions of the Amazon Kindle from beginning to end for Choice Magazine. Terms of use, last updated October 5, 2016. This is an agreement between you and Amazon Digital Services, LLC, with its affiliates Amazon, we, or us. About 40 seconds into the task, I was still sort of optimistic. I was still, you know, trying to maintain a degree of poise and professionalism. And then gradually, with how sort of repetitious it was, even less than a page in, hope began to leave me. I remember asking you things like, does it still work if I don't go through it? I mean, does it serve the purposes of the thing? You know, that way the story is, instead of someone that reads the whole thing, it's that they couldn't even get through it. And I was saying, would that be all right? And you were sort of, you know, being evasive about that. And the result is that I read the whole thing. And we share customer information related to those transactions with that. By the time of the first break, I felt, again, I've never been to prison, but by the time of the first break, I felt as if I had this moment outside of my cell, and I was able to sort of take in the sunlight and the air and so forth. And so I was both filled with this momentary sense of relaxation from the reprieve, while also being filled with just sort of this fatalistic dread. www.amazon.com/backup/FAQ. Excuse me, I'm going to have to get a tissue. -support@amazon.com, end of parentheses. Can I have a break?
Yeah, sure.
For the photos stored in your account, you're required to read and agree to the important legal information regarding your use of such features here. And protected by Australian and international copyright and database right laws. Trademarks. So, we're halfway through day 1. I'm up to page 30. Feeling pretty unhappy. I'm not really, it's my human faculties are diminishing. The one thing that's really stood out to me so far is the fact that the state of Illinois has insisted, I imagine, that that digital facial recognition software not apply to them. So the default is that that is not applicable in Illinois. That's really the only thing I remember of the preceding 30 pages. We've lapsed recently into speaking about the audible conditions of use. I'm keeping an eye on my voice, and I have less control over my psychological state. But let's just see how much more we can get through. All right. Your account. At the very beginning, you see me reading, and you see me going, terms of use in a slightly theatrical, slightly like I'm almost enjoying this kind of way, and then 45 minutes later, I wasn't acting. I didn't have the energy to act, or to do anything in any particular way. Four, risk of loss.